AHCC miễn dịch tự nhiên, ngăn chặn bệnh truyền nhiễm, giảm tác dụng phụ của hóa trị, cải thiện chất lượng cuộc sống. AHCC là một sản phẩm đặc biệt, thu hút được nhiều sự chú ý từ các bác sĩ và khách hàng trên toàn thế giới. Chế phẩm được bào chế bằng phương pháp chiết xuất từ hệ sợi nấm sau khi được nuôi cấy trong môi trường chất lỏng. AHCC đã được chứng minh lâm sàng là làm tăng cường miễn dịch. AHCC được chứng minh trong nhiều nghiên cứu lâm sàng khắp thế giới. AHCC được nghiên cứu bởi Viện Nghiên cứu Ung thư Chicago và được tài trợ bởi chính phủ Nhật Bản. AHCC được chấp nhận rộng rãi nhờ sự hiệu quả trong tăng cường khả năng và điều hòa miễn dịch tự nhiên, phòng ngừa lây nhiễm, giảm thiểu tác dụng phụ của hóa trị liệu cũng như cải thiện các chỉ số về chất lượng cuộc sống. Ở Mỹ, vai trò của AHCC trong việc giảm nhiễm cúm đã thu hút sự quan tâm của công chúng. Hiện nay đã có nhiều số liệu lâm sàng về hiệu quả của AHCC cũng như có nhiều tài liệu mới liên tục cập nhật về AHCC.
Another great area where AHCC has been used is in liver health. In Japan, for instance, they use it quite frequently for liver use. So one of the first places I ever used it was on my hepatitis C patients, because there's really not very good treatment for hepatitis C patients. And I saw a dramatic decrease in viral load. So I continue to use it in hepatitis C patients all the time. And actually anyone with, whether it's liver cancer, liver failure, cirrhosis, hepatitis C, even fatty infiltration of the liver now, which is becoming so common, AHCC can actually be used in situations like that. Here's another interesting fact about AHCC. They did a 270-person study, and not very many studies are really done on that very many patients. And this was done on liver cancer patients, which are a very hard group of people to deal with. And what it showed was that AHCC was able to prolong survival time, improve quality of life, and decrease cancer recurrence. So it was really quite amazing that a nutritional supplement can do something like that.
I was quite impressed with a number of studies that have come out recently over the past 10 years with AHCC, showing that even with patients with serious advanced cancers, like liver cancer, that it can, when taken on a daily basis, extend the life of these patients with liver cancer. And in fact, some of the studies, and maybe this is a terrific use for AHCC as well, have shown that when men and women are on chemotherapy for a variety of different cancers, and they take AHCC, it can lower the toxicity and lower the side effect profile of that chemotherapy, perhaps by enhancing, again, the immune system. So we saw with the patients taking AHCC that they had less gastric side effects, they had less hematological side effects, they had less hair loss, and other side effects that are typically related with significant chemotherapy side toxicity.
In my opinion, AHCC is really quite safe. I mean, for instance, I've been using it for over 20, I mean, it's got over 20 years of clinical use. I've been using it in my practice for at least 15, 16 years or more now. So personally, and I've been taking it, so I know for a fact that it doesn't, or for a fact that it's safe. Secondly, Harvard did a study looking at specific safety of the product and shown that it does not have any adverse effects. Another important part of the safety of AHCC is the fact that there's research to support that it doesn't overstimulate the immune system, which is really important. That's important both for healthy people, and it's also important for people who have autoimmune diseases, because people with autoimmune diseases, that you don't want to overstimulate the immune system. AHCC actually works as an immune modulator, so it actually helps to modulate the immune system. So what needs to get more expression will get more expression. What doesn't need to will not. So it's something that can actually be taken all year long. It can be taken every day. You don't have to worry about that. So it can really be used on pretty much, I would say, almost any individual.
results from our pilot study in women are very promising. For the first time, we demonstrated that a nutritional supplement like AHCC used for 3 to 6 months was able to eradicate the HPV infection. This confirms all of our preclinical study findings. There currently is no effective treatment for HPV infections, which are associated with almost all cervical cancers, as well as many other life-threatening cancers. We've been focusing our HPV research on finding a treatment for this infection because of the frustration we see in patients when they're diagnosed with HPV, but there's nothing we can do. All we can do is monitor for early signs of cancer. We need to find an effective treatment for HPV before it turns into cancer. We've been evaluating the safety and efficacy of AHCC with chemotherapy for over a decade. AHCC is a nutritional supplement with no known side effects. It modulates the immune system to kill off infections as well as inhibit tumor growth.
AHCC is a unique natural compound derived from Japanese medicinal mushrooms and supported by more than 50 human studies showing its power to help activate the immune system. A recent study conducted at Michigan State University showed supplementation with AHCC helps boost the immune response to the influenza vaccination in healthy adults, suggesting AHCC can be an effective complement to the seasonal flu shot. Dr. Lawrence Kemp has conducted some of the recent flu research and explains how AHCC works.
AHCC works really dramatically as an immune-enhancing agent by virtue of building something called the natural killer cells in the body. There are very few antiviral agents, and there are very few that specifically target the immune system, and this is a blessing to have in my life and in my medical world. If I had a magic wand and if everything I wanted were possible, it would be the type of product that we would all take on an ongoing basis, especially during special times in our lives of increased stress, to help ward off, bad things medically.
Dr. Kemp encourages his patients to take AHCC, especially during the flu season, because he says the flu shot is just not enough.
Because the flu mutates so frequently and on an ongoing basis, the flu vaccine is better than nothing, but it's not the current latest flu of that day. So by getting the flu vaccine, you will probably prevent dying from the flu if you were to be exposed to it. It will probably be slightly less intense if you get it, but it's not a guarantee that you won't get it. The AHCC might prevent you from getting it. It also augments the duration and length and severity of the flu being less.
Dr. Kemp suggests taking 1 gram of AHCC every day to keep your immune system healthy during cold and flu season. For more information about AHCC, visit the AHCC Research Association website at www.ahccresearch.org.